Hey guys, want to do a review on a piece of gear that I think is a must-have, and that's a small hobby vacuum vise. Now, your vise in your garage is going to be one of your more useful tools if you do a lot of do-it-yourself and fixing and repairing and sharpening of your own tools. That vise is going to get a lot of work. But you know what? There's sometimes where you just have these small little projects and you don't want to go out into the garage, and these vacuum vices are really just dynamite. I always avoided them because I thought they were poor quality, and I figured they would just be rickety and not really worth anything. Especially seeing the price, they tend to be a little on the expensive side. You know, this panavise here is actually brand new, is like $40 or so. I picked this up for $6 at a flea market, and it's probably well worth it. At least it is for me. I've gotten a lot of use out of it over the past couple of months. It basically will vacuum to a surface with this little knob here, which draws up the plastic base, and that creates a vacuum. As you can see, it's so strong it'll actually pick the table up. It's actually a very, very strong vacuum. You can mount this to the side of a window if you want. It actually will it'll hold itself up even though it's pretty heavy. It's got a second little adjustment here, so if you want to turn and tilt and all that, so that way you can bring the work to you. It's got very smooth controls when it comes to adjusting the jaws. They are rubber lined, quite a nice little thing. I got this and originally started doing some soldering and stuff like that on it, and you know what, and this thing has gone to now to the point where I'm using it to sharpen knives and tools and things like that. It's been very, very handy, and this is, as far as I'm concerned, a must-have. I hate going out to the garage for every little job I gotta do that needs a vise. You know, your vise is probably one of your most important tools in your shop, so why not have one you can bring into the house and, you know, set on your TV tray, set on your kitchen table, put it on your kitchen countertops, whatever, and be able to do small jobs in the house. So just to kind of give you a quick demonstration of the beauty of this thing, we're just gonna lock up a set of wire cutters here. I should have adjusted this better before we film, guys. Sorry, the angle's a little odd, so this thing's in the way now. Alright, so it's in there now, and now I can just leisurely sharpen these cutters with a file. Now granted, if you didn't have it on a rickety old TV tray, you wouldn't be wobbling. This thing actually, when I hook it up to my kitchen countertops, is absolutely rock solid. But for small jobs like this, you just have a pair of wire cutters you want to sharpen up. Maybe you're working on an old file or something like that, bringing that back to life. Great little thing for the job. Love it. This thing's just fantastic for holding small tools, for electronics, you name it. I paid $6 for this thing, guys. I tell you what, I would do it again. I would probably, even now that I've tried this, pay full price for one. But you really don't have to. You see these pretty commonly. People buy them, hobbyists and all that, you know, and they tend to lose interest in their hobby, and these things really make their way to flea markets and yard sales pretty commonly. In fact, I've walked by these things a million times in my life, and I'm very disappointed that I have, because the amount of use this thing has seen in my house over the past 2 months has been extraordinary. In fact, my wife kind of like, you know, like, she always gives me a hard time about it being in the kitchen and being on the kitchen table, but it's, you know, I'm doing something with it almost every day around the house, so it's been really a fantastic thing, and it helps you do those small little jobs when it's cold and all that. Who wants to go running out into the garage when, if you're just trying to sharpen up a pair of cutters, you can do it right in your house. So there it is, guys. A little hobby vise, definitely worth picking up if you find it.